government agency that is investigating somebody for financial crimes, right? Once they want to make an arrest, they go and get arrest warrant, search warrant, so that they can, they can execute that during the daylight, not in the middle of the night, the way they have been doing. And it's kind of like a story of corruption, so to say, all right? So if the EFCC spokesperson says some of those people who break into your homes in the middle of the night, in the name of EFCC, some of them, it's not saying they might not, so he said they are not EFCC official. Does that then mean that people are free to defend themselves? If you see, there's no way you can identify who are the EFCC, who are not EFCC, because if they say they are EFCC, and these guys, this EFCC spokesperson, like he put it right, if this guy says we are EFCC, and I'm like, I don't believe you, because you are not supposed to come in the middle of the night. So how do you know these are the EFCC and these ones are not the EFCC, or these ones are the EFCC, or these ones are the armed robbers? How would you know? And you have the means of defending yourself. What does this statement mean?
Of dealing with that. Okay. And don't forget that it is not all of these cases where you have people breaking in and all of this. Most times they are not EFCC officers. I am telling you. I have had calls severally to say that some of these kids that you see online, you see people wearing happy car, wearing all these funny things. No, that's not EFCC. I'm telling you. But people do that to discredit us, and we have been shouting and shouting and shouting, I can't recollect how many press statements I have written to say that all of these people, they are not from us. Now, if someone comes and he says, oh, I am from the EFCC, ask him to establish his identity. This is a country where people don't interrogate. They cannot
tell somebody the power.
Identify yourself. That's what he said. So if somebody comes to my house in the middle of the night and says, we are EFCC, and they dress like EFCC, and they say, so does that mean that I should open the door for them, since I can trust the EFCC and I can trust that they are the original one? Oh, everybody must surplus. Everybody. Talking of everybody, by the way, somewhere in Abuja, a young man has been paraded as a gun runner, and he was arrested by the police, interrogated by some other policemen somewhere in Abuja. Let me show you.
Area where that's Zuma, there's an area Zuma here, where it was reported that one man went missing yesterday. So I walked with some informants there. We stormed the area now and recovered 4 AK-47 magazines. And we recovered 4 AK-47 magazines. We recovered another 4 magazines of CZ Scorpion magazines.
Rifle, right?
CZ Scorpion rifle magazines. Then we recovered 2 rifles, 2 CZ Scorpion rifles. We recovered also 103.139 ammunition. We also recovered 2 pistols, and Diacon and CZ pistols, and 3 pistol magazines. That's what we have now. That is. and we arrested 1 suspect. This suspect is a Fulani man who is believed to be orchestrating that criminality along that area. One and you, it appears I have his ID card here. He's an immigration man who was in the military before. So
he was dismissed.
He was dismissed, and I think he's the kingpin. Hello? Hello?
That's a gun runner, and the guns he was caught with. Nigeria Nigeria currently have more guns than human beings right now. The proliferation of small firearms, illegal arms across Nigeria, where a lot of people are like the smugglers of all these dangerous weapons, and they are supplying them, by the way, to the same streets where the government can't really really provide adequate, or they don't have the resources to provide adequate security or monitoring. Most of their resources are dedicated to monitoring those who say something about politicians or the government, so that they can, they can track them down and lock them up on trumped up charges, different kind of charges like treason, terrorism, while the real terrorists or the armed populace are angling for a day of implosion, day of explosion. Here you get. It's a different story in Delta, I have something from Bright Edafe, ASP Bright, Theo Bright. It's the story of a young woman, a young girl who got pregnant, and they have no idea who got her pregnant. However, a lot of people were kind of supporting her, helping her throughout the pregnancy. Then it got to a stage, she suddenly just disappeared. So by the time she reappeared, right, she was with no pregnancy or baby. So the people became suspicious, and that they probed or started probing her, where she confessed that a woman helped her to sell the baby for 600,000 naira. And that is 320 pounds or $400. The story, Bright to Bright, because this is really heartbreaking, by the way.
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. We've come to realize that the business of baby factory is on the increase, and we are going to fight it head on. The other day, we saw 3 women who were about transporting 3 different babies to Abuja through Asaba International Airport. Thank God they were caught and they were arrested. Today, we're having 3 suspects. This is the mother of a child who is a week and few days old. She gave the child to this woman, and this woman sold that child to this woman for the sum of 4 million naira. Though she claimed it was 3.5 million naira she collected, the person who bought said she bought for 4 million naira. The mystery about this whole thing is that the lady who sold for 4 million or 3.5 million as it claims gave the mother of the child not even up to 600,000. When the mother of the child went back to the people who were taking care of her while she was pregnant, they noticed that she was no longer carrying the baby in her womb. When they asked her, "Where is your baby?" that was when she now opened up that she sold the baby for 600,000 naira. Lo and behold, she was arrested. The person who we suspected was also arrested. She was that one who now told us that no, she handed over the lady to this particular woman for a reason which we are not going to make public for now, because she believed that this woman will be able to take care of her. She never knew that the woman would take advantage of this whole situation and make money out of it. So we'll be interviewing them now, but before we do that, I would like us to see the baby, because we have the baby here. Okay, as you can see, this is the baby that the mother gave away. This child, she's not even up to 2 weeks old. The mother gave this child away without being breastfed. I asked the person who bought, and she said what they intend to do is to grow the baby with baby food. This is the baby that the mother is alive. Well, I don't know what we are turning into. Let's go and interview the mother of the child, the seller, and also the receiver. My friend, what is your name?
My name is Rachel.
Try and be audible.
My name is Rachel.
Rachel, you are from where?
Asaba.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
How many children do you have?
I have one.
One?
Yes. A boy.
A boy? This one you just gave birth to is, what's her gender? She's a girl. Okay. Then when did you give birth to this baby?
27.
27. Okay, so why did you give the baby away?
I give the baby away because I'm the only one that's taking care of. The father of the child denied me.
Okay, the father of the child denied you.
Yes.
Okay, who took care of you when you were pregnant?
I took care of myself with I struggle because I was going to people's compound to clean, to do some chores. I'm the
Okay.
one that take care of myself.
Okay, so who took you to this lady now?
It was one Miss Patrick's.
Okay, one Mrs. Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when he was taking you to her, was she aware that you wanted to sell the child?
I told her that let her help me, that I don't have, my hand is not strong enough to carry 2 babies to be training.
Okay, how much was your child sold?
And she gave me 600, but she said I should settle her this and that.
Who gave you 600?
This woman.
Which woman? Point to the woman.
This lady, the fair one.
The fair one.
On pink.
Okay, you say you should settle her inside that 600.
Yes, the
so
hospital bill. And I gave her 30.
You know, so what came to you now is 570,000.
Yes.
Okay, I will come back to you. Madam, how much did you sell that baby?
35.
What's 35?
3.5.
3.5 what?
A million.
3.5 million naira.
Yes, sir.
So how much did you give to the mother of the child?
600.
And she said she gave you 30,000 naira again.
No, that was the money she took from me earlier on before that day.
So why would you sell a baby for 3.5 million and give the mother of the child less than you give the mother of the child 600,000?
She said that she want to do her business.
So the remaining 4.9 million now, where is it? 3 point. You said you sold for 3.5. Okay, the remaining 2.9 million naira, where is it?
It's there. I not touch it. I just only remove.
Where is it? Your account?
It's in my account.
In your account.
Okay,
who did you sell the baby to? Who you said the pikin give?
This woman.
This woman. She sold to her for how much?
35.
3.5 million naira. Okay, this child, how old is this child?
A week 1 day now. I think 11 days.
Does it make any sense to take a baby from the mother, a child that is supposed to be going through the process of breastfeeding?
She said that she don't want to breastfeed because she want to remove she don't need that relationship.
Okay, don't you know the legal process of giving up a child?
I knew because I knew that I gave her the paper and I called
you gave her which paper?
I gave her.
You are the one that want to expose yourself now. You understand?
I was doing
you are the one that want to expose yourself now. You understand? And you know what I'm saying? What I am saying. One thing is to commit a crime. One thing is to know that you have committed a crime. One thing is to do bad, and one thing is to realize that what you have done is bad. You sold a child for 3.5 million and you gave the mother 600,000. Okay, ma. You are from where, ma?
I'm from Ika.
Ika. So how did you approach this woman here that you wanted the child?
When there is a lady in my area that I told her that I want to adopt a child in a legit way.
In a legit way?
Yes.
Okay,
then
well,
she now said,
in as much as you would like us to tell us many things, most of those things will be in your statement because I'm managing time. Just tell me for short, how much did you pay for that child?
4 million.
4 million. Who did you give the money to?
This lady.
Touch her. Okay. So you gave her 4 million naira?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she told you the child was how old?
She said he's a day old.
If you really want to get a child through the legal way, who told you that you have to pay so much to get that child? What are the documents you signed before the child was given to you?
She told me that the document is in process, that she will bring it. Then later, she
were you taken to any orphanage home, or were you taken to Ministry of Women Affairs in the whole process?
No, she told me that she...
Forget about what she told you. Were you talking to any of these offices before the child was given to you?
No.
Okay, thank you. You say you are from where again?
From Ika.
Ika, how old are you?
I'm 42.
Do you have a husband?
Yes.
Is he aware of this thing that you did?
I told him.
Okay. Okay, well, because I'm trying to manage my time, I will not be able to go into the entire details through this interview. But the long and short story of it all is that little baby you see is just less than 2 weeks old, and the mother gave away the child, according to her, because she cannot take care of the child, and the father.
Princess Balogun once said that very soon people will be selling their children. And then to get to a stage that some people will begin to eat themselves in what this APC, in what they are doing to you, where you are headed. This is the one that kind of made it to the to the news. And anyway, one more would thank Bright Tio Bright. That's why we always call him Bright Tio Bright. If you listen to his line of questioning, right, then you will know if you are supposed to get mad at a Bright, or you should be get mad with the story of the criminals that are being questioned. That's why we call him Bright Tio Bright. If you know how many children are being trafficked in Nigeria daily, weekly, yearly, in a place where they don't have data, reliable data, there is no tracing system, what have you. There are so many black markets, food there. So I said food factory, baby factories in Nigeria where they are breeding children, like they are breeding, what do you call them? Like the breeding animals. And the market is so flourishing that there is no background check on the people who are adopting these children. There is no real good compensation for the mothers who are made to give up their children in Nigeria. Do you see that greed there? I bet that woman in pink, that collected 3.5 million or 4 million naira for that baby and only gave 600,000, 570,000 naira to the real mother. And she kept 2.9 million or 3.4 million for herself. Do you see that greed? A young woman who is facing serious economic hardship decided to give up her baby for money. And you that is helping her, you were ripping her off. And you were ripping her off that, if you put it in percentage, I say, what is that percentage? 600,000 naira to 4 million, 3.4 million. And that is more than 70% of the money. Like, it's like about 85% of the money. And this is a market in Nigeria that, poverty. If you see the consequences of poverty, consequences of corruption and poverty in Nigeria, if you see the real victims, maybe I told you, on Mayegun's Diary Political, you have a chance, a very good chance, okay, to see the true victims. You see, when we talk about the bad governance in Nigeria, as well as the criminal politicians with what they are doing, there's something that I would want us to always remember, and I will continue to kind of put it before us like this, is that, you see, the consequences of all this bad governance, there are true, like real life victims of the government failure, the corruption that you are seeing in that contraption. As much as some people are like, if it's not affecting them directly, they don't have any reason to be kind of like, complain or criticize. The consequence is that the damages, they have true victims, real life victims of this failed leadership. And the children that are born within that market, God help us. So we can say. So I saw a clip of Soludom in Anambra. So this time I just thought I should share that because I don't know how to, I can tell it's like a perfectly edited sort of a piece, but it is a program he organized, right, where our people were given money. And I heard one of them who said she's now a millionaire through agriculture and other programs of this. So I said, okay, I'm going to share that and we're going to watch it together. Let's go to Anambra. This time around, it is not the jungle justice, miscarriage of justice and what have you done by his vigilante. Something I want anybody in Anambra to please tell me. Is this real?
One youth, ndị a na-empower tata. Anyị na-atụkwa anya na unu nwa ga-eme ọfụma gbado anya ka unu wee empower hundreds of thousands of youths.
At least I'm a beneficiary of this program, and of course, I'm here to say I'm a proud millionaire today. Once again, I say thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, the Solution Master. Thank you, the Talk and Do Governor.
When you came with your people's-oriented manifesto, you were very clear and intentional. They are going to create 1,000 youth millionaires every year. But Mr. Governor,